If you have a rabbi and not a cantor, what you're saying is the explanations are important, but the prayers aren't. The cantor is the one who offers the prayers.
We need music in our lives. We need quality Jewish music.
It's what makes people come, what makes people come back.
And the cantor is going to provide that in a way that nobody else can.
The cantor is equally as vital and crucial.
Because they're essential. They've always been.
The soul of our people is really in music.
There is no sound, no music, no violin, no piano that is more eloquent than the human voice.
There is a teaching about Torah that we're supposed to make of Torah a song.
And when the human voice expresses something sacred,
We sing Torah with the trope of our tradition.
it touches something in us that nothing else can reach.
The idea is to have uplift.
When the music hits me, it's deeper for me than any words could possibly be.
The music breaks open the heart at a different level.
It's the beauty of the language interpreted musically.
Music is one of the few human activities, neurologically speaking, that integrates the whole brain.
For many people, their worship experience, their connection to God or to tradition or to heritage, ancestry, survival, is musical, is visceral.
And so there's a huge emotional power
An avenue to the soul and from the soul.
that music has access to that's crucial to a sense of wonder and joy and awe and presence that you need for worship.
There is a way to reach the soul, certainly beyond words.
I think what cantors are able to do is bypass what is sometimes just an intellectual experience of prayer and go straight to an emotional place.
It's more spiritual than words can be, is the music that just gets to me.
And I would even say that words are not the greatest vehicle for reaching the soul.
It takes you to another place.
I think it's very easy to feel like if you can sing and pick up a guitar, you can be a cantor of a service.
Basically, they're the DH. They're the designated Hebrew. They don't get out in the field, they don't do anything, they get up and they just hit.
It's missing out on both the expertise and the mastery and the Jewish musical memory that a cantor learns over the many years of training.
I have a trouble with that in Major League Baseball anyway. So if you're gonna play. You're only gonna come and sing, study, learn, have another point of view.
To have the cantor be able to comment on the history of a prayer, the contemporary meaning of a prayer, what you should be thinking of as we're about to sing this.
Connect me to a tradition
I love when a cantor tells me what to listen for
and a history and an evolution.
and how that will enhance the experience of the prayer.
In some sense, makes sense of today.
The training that a cantor has is like opening up that Talmud page where we are having a musical dialogue with generations of our musical ancestors before us.
It's not just about a performance. It is not just about some kind of choreographed thing. It's about thinking about where you want to take people spiritually in that moment.
And I can't expect a talented layman with a nice voice to do that.
The cantor is more than just a singer, more than just a musician.
Yes, you're trained technically and you're a wonderful singer and you're a fantastic technician, but that's not your strength.
It's not just when they're singing on the bima.
It's not about technical skills.
The strength is the heart. The strength is the belief.
It's about the neshama of the person.
It's what they've done behind the scenes.
So if you have a full-time cantor who is also helping train your children and teaching them and also sometimes preaching and using their other voice in that way.
I think the continuity of having somebody that's clergy, that's here for them over the course of their lives, like their rabbi is here for them over the course of their lives, I think that there's an incredible benefit.
I have seen cantors transform a living room during a shiva.
And you want them to be able to be a benefit at your bedside if you're sick and in a hospital.
Under the chuppah.
When they step up on that bima, they have a completely different relationship with the congregation as they look out.
Even at a baby naming.
They know the families and they know the stories of the people sitting there. And so then the worship experience becomes a completely different one when you have a cantor who is a true spiritual leader and an integral part of the congregation leading that. Because it's not just about music, it's about connection and community building.
There isn't one model of powerful prayer, is there? There are times when we want to feel the power of a congregation that's singing together.
A huge part of the goal of leading worship is to get people to participate and find their voice.
That's how you pray together, is through song.
Times when we want to pray alone and in quiet.
Beautiful music done right can function the way silence can function. It can allow you to sit in your feeling.
And there are times when one profound, beautiful voice can just touch our soul.
Hearing a divine voice that really, truly can take you to another place.
When you sing L'Ador V'Ador, I'll cry every time, and that's 40 years of that.
And the other is the feeling, so powerfully expressed in the Hineni, that someone else is carrying your message too big for me to carry on my own, but the cantor can carry it for me.
I joke that I'm a member of a congregation that has a very contemporary style of music, and then for the high holidays, I go to the overflow service at Sinai Temple, because if you're not belting out Lewandowski and Schulzer, I don't think God is listening.
The enormity and the majesty of the music speaks for me in the same way that sometimes we read poems to express things that we can't put into words, but the poet can. The cantor can put into voice things that our voices are too weak to express.
So much of the soul of a community is communicated through its worship, and so much of the soul of the worship is communicated through music.
The synergy between what is said and what is sung, it is not just primal, it's essential.
A successful synagogue is almost always a synagogue that has successful religious leadership.
When the two of them are working together, each with their own skills and talents, but with the same passion.
Batman and Rabin?
There's a team there that is what congregations are really about.
It would never even occur to me to think that this is where we're going to trim.
The congregation should do everything in its power.
This is not fat.
Through special fundraising, identification of donors.
To me, this is the bone. This is the muscle.
To be able to find the funds and to make this the priority.
This is the blood.
Almost above everything else.
It's the fabric of, I think, a congregation and, frankly, a tradition that should not be underestimated.